guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends. As promised, today we're going to cover Coldheart. Coldheart is the best Void rare champion inside Raid Shadow Legends, so if you unlocked her, congratulations. She is a heavy hitter. She's a glass cannon, meaning she can put out a ton of damage, but she has really low HP, so you need a team around her to support her. We're going to talk about her abilities in today's video. If we just take a look at her, she's part of the Dark Elves faction. I actually really like kind of the aesthetic of Coldheart. She looks really kind of sexy, evil, demonish, which, you know, is how I like my women. So there we go. Coldheart is a beast. Now, why is she special? Well, first off, before we get into her skills, where are you going to be using her, right? Because she's a little bit more niche than the other champions that we've covered so far here on the channel, meaning that she really has 3 areas that you're going to be mainly using her, maybe 4. So if we go to her reviews here, I think they should be pretty much on point. It's all about Fire Knight's Castle. In my opinion, she's best suited for Spiders and Fire Knight's Castle, also for Dragon. So those are her main areas, and also Clan Boss being the 4th. So again, Clan Boss, if you want to build her that way. Also, Fire Knight is great because she has a 100% heal reduction on her A1 ability. And then Clan Boss, I already said that, Fire Knight, Spider's Den, and Dragon's Lair is really where you're going to be using her. So if you're campaign farming and you just unlocked Coldheart, although she can be alright, it's really not her forte. You might want to hold off a little bit longer and use her when you can start farming those dungeons that we kind of just went over. So her skills here. Skill number 1, her A1 and her A3 are her best skills. A2, nothing too special, although it is AoE. But anyway, her A1, Flurry of Arrows, attacks 4 times at random. 4 times attack at random on an A1 is really actually good. Each hit has a 25% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. So again, against Fire Knight, really, really good. Any big unit who heals. In general, Coldheart is good against any boss mob that has a ton of hit points, right? Because they're A3, which we'll get to in a second. Art of Pain, a 3-turn, when you book it, cooldown on an AoE. Not too bad, not too good, nothing too crazy there. You guys can see all the stats. And then it's really all about the Heart Seeker A3 ability on Coldheart. Attacks 1 enemy, fully depletes the turn meter. Turn meter manipulation is always really good, so a full depletion of the turn meter of the enemy on her A3, and then has an extra 30% chance of inflicting critical damage. Again, that's really good. It gives you the luxury of only having to build her with a 70% crit rate versus 100%, which is your target for most other champions in the game. And then damage increases according to enemy max HP, which is really, you know, the bread and butter of Coldheart, right? You can attack. Damage increased based on enemy max HP is really good against mobs, obviously, that have a ton of hit points, which is why she's not great in the arena. You're not attacking monsters with thousands or millions of hit points. You're just attacking, you know, another champion. That's why arena offense, not really good for Coldheart. You're really getting her, again, for those dungeons. So that's pretty much it. You can book it to 4 turns. I think that books are very valuable for Coldheart if you really want to invest in her for the reasons that we talked about today. Now let's talk a little bit about the stats and masteries. So artifacts with Coldheart, you have a few options. Again, with gauntlets, most of the time you want to be going crit rate, but I went crit damage. You can see 80% crit damage is absolutely huge. I want to take it before we look at the artifacts individually. Let me just take, because my face cam is in the way, so let's take a quick look at her total stats that I have her on. Now, there's a couple problems with my Coldheart. I don't have the best gear that I have on Coldheart, so use that as a caveat. We're going to talk about the weaknesses on how I'm gearing her out and what I would advise you guys do. Her attack is really high right now at 3891. Considering her other stats, I would rather give some of that attack back and exchange it for some accuracy. Her accuracy is really weak at 47 right now, so if I could switch anything about my Coldheart here, it would be definitely trading some of that attack for accuracy. Just didn't have the gear to make that happen, or the gear was in use by another champion who I use more frequently than Coldheart. But her crit damage is 206. Her crit rate is 73. Again, we can build it to 70%. So this is actually a really good stat line, and her speed is generally really low. So if you can put speed boots on her, I would personally advise that even over attack boots. I would go with speed boots. So personal recommendation here: gauntlets, crit damage, chest, attack percentage. Attack percentage chest is pretty weak that I have on her right now, but it has some crit damage on there, and it also just has, yeah, it's a pretty crappy chest piece right now, but I wanted the speed set, and I didn't have another good attack percentage. But attack percentage is really solid for the chest piece, and then again, speed boots, crit rate, speed boots, sign me up. In terms of sets, you're looking for offense here. So crit rate is good if you need it. Obviously, crit damage is fantastic. Attack-based stats is what you're looking for. You can also use Cruel with her. I mean, you have some flexibility. I went, as you guys can see, I went Divine Offense, Speed, and Crit Rate. Again, my Coldheart, excuse me, is pretty fast. So again, you might be able to exchange some of that speed for better accuracy. She really needs her accuracy to be higher right now than 47, which I have her on. So anyway, that is my Coldheart in terms of artifact suggestion. Again, you're going offense here. Could use a little speed. Obviously, you're just looking at attack in HP and defense in your top row artifacts. But of course, getting that crit rate, getting that attack, and getting that crit damage is all important in the substats of your top row. And then for her ring, we have attack here. So for her amulet here, I have an attack amulet, which I would advise crit damage if mine didn't already roll a 2 crit damage at 13%. That's the reason I still have this amulet on her. And then again, for the banner here, I have an attack banner on her, but I think that I would rather have accuracy. I just don't have one right now. So there we go. Those are the artifacts. Looking at the masteries on Coldheart, you have a couple of options here. I like the support tree to the right because I like putting more accuracy on her. You can see I desperately need it. And then on the offense tree, you really have one big choice here when it comes down to it. And I'll have a link to you guys for you guys in the description below with a full guide, a text guide on Coldheart with the masteries there as well. But flawless execution, crit damage plus 20%. That's what I prefer, but you can't knock anybody for going for Giant Slayer. Giant Slayer pairs really, really well with her, has a 30% chance of inflicting bonus damage when attacking, bonus damage equal to 7.5% of target champion's max HP. It's really, really good, but keep in mind that goes to your A1, so it's not really affecting your A3, which is, again, her big heavy hitter. So for that reason, I prefer flawless execution. I think that crit damage plus 20% actually overall is better suited for Coldheart. You can see again my damage or my total stats with that extra crit damage. It puts her over 200%. I like that number. I like having like I like aiming for 70%, 200% on the crit rate, crit damage on Coldheart. So that is Coldheart, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and test out Coldheart here in Fire Knight's Castle. I think this is stage 15 or so. The thing about him is he heals after every turn, so making sure you save your A3 and even going off auto if you don't have like an auto comp that you know can beat the Fire Knight, making sure you're saving your A3 for when the shield is down is really important, otherwise it's not going to do nearly the damage. So I have it on auto right now. I will take it off in a second here, and he has 1 turn left on the shield. So now we have an opening. Let's see if we even have our A3 available on Coldheart here. Let's see. So I don't have a perfect comp, by the way, in case you couldn't tell, for Fire Knight. I really shouldn't be using Madame Ceres, but I don't have a better option right now that I feel like anyway. At least I've had the most success with her in here. Unfortunately, 1 turn still on the cooldown, so now we're going to go ahead and wait till we have the opportunity again to get him with that shield off. So again, we'll just speed up everybody in the meantime. We will go ahead and use some A1s while he has the shield up. And again, just kind of wait until the shield is down so we can pop that A3 of Coldheart. Make sure we keep her alive. Again, having a team around her that can that can support her, keep her alive, is really important. So again, Bat Swarm here, and we'll be ready as soon as this shield comes off. Hopefully we get another turn with Turvold, but I don't know if we will here. Turn meters down. Let's see how much damage we can do here. Only 60k, actually not that great, to be honest with you. He's immune to, okay, there we go. Attack down ability. Like, if you go to the info here, you can see the decreased attack and decreased defense that Madame Saris does on him. Not that this is a Madame Saris video, but it's just so powerful against him. It just keeps your team alive so much longer than it normally would, right? So here we go, 5 turns left. We're going to go ahead and just use Art of Pain because why not, right? And here we go. Let's heal up. Everybody's pretty healthy here. And now let's see if we can hit again. Shield is down. This time there's still 2 more turns. So basically every other turn we're going to be able to pop one of those A3s, get some serious damage, hopefully more damage than we did before. Get an extra turn here with Turvold, go in with Juggernaut rather, and that's a ton of damage. Oh my word, 170k or so. And now we might be able to finish him off here in this next turn. Again, making sure we just kind of keep spamming the abilities, get the speed up on this group. Turvold's really going to be the hero of this particular attack. But again, it really comes down to who has their A3s up when the shield is down against Fire Knight. So we already can tell he's going to be bringing in the big bulk of the damage here. We'll go ahead and heal her up again. And look at his Bat Swarm him here. And here we go. So 1 turn left. Are we going to be able to get it in? I don't know. Let's see. That's where speed comes in handy, certainly. Again, this will be a huge hit here from Turvold. Boom, boom, dead. So again, that's Turvold for you. I have him. He's my strongest champion that I have right now. But a Coldheart, not too bad. You know, she stood toe-to-toe with Nethril there, who's a legendary damage dealer. In fact, she got a little bit more damage than he did. It wasn't her shining moment, that battle, but again, gives you an idea of what you can do. She's really good, again, in Spiders, in Dragon, and, of course, in Fire Knight, anything that has a lot of hit points. Did I tell you guys that yet? And Clan Boss, of course. So, guys, there's Coldheart. Good luck with her. Congratulations if you have her unlocked. Hopefully, you found this video helpful in terms of giving you an idea of where she's best served, who she's best kind of used with in terms of a team comp, and her strengths and weaknesses as a champion inside the game. So guys, thank you for watching. If you want more of these hero guides, more of these champion guides, and more content, strategy content, go ahead and subscribe, turn your bell notifications. Thank you for watching, and as always, take care, guys.